Yo, my people, and welcome back to the Halftime Munch podcast. And today I'm back with my brother, my co-host,
Amir, aka Miro.
Come on, man. And we are back with another video. And today, as the season has ended, we're going to be talking about the team of the season. I have gathered 13 people to name their team of the season. And based off their votes, we've got our team of the season as well. So we're going to go one by one, position by position, talking about it.
I'm
ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Starting off, obviously, just to name you the people that I have gathered, it's myself, Amir, you've got my boy Ashir, Kofi, Khalid, Faisal, my boy Zubair, Abs Busquets, Luca, Liban, and Otto as well. They know ball, so I brought them in. So,
let's do it.
Starting off, first position, we've got...
Keeper, right?
Mm-hmm,
Yeah,
the goalkeeper.
All right.
And it's a landslide vote, as you can see. You've got a lot of people voting for this goalkeeper, and I think it's well deserved.
Yeah.
You didn't include him.
No, but again, I'm not mad at it. Let's tell the people. So Matt Sells is the keeper of the season. Again, I'm not mad at it. I think there was some David Raya shouts, which I don't think is the maddest thing because Arsenal's defence have been one of the best in the league. So again, I mean, as well as Forest. So yeah, again, I'm not too mad at it. Again, I can't lie to you. Trying to chat about keepers, you know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, he went down to the bottom right. Well, come on, man.
Yeah, no one cares.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was between David Raya or Matt Sells.
It was Ray or Sells, and yeah, again, you know what? In this case, if it's Sells, I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, no, I agree. But just to give you some stats, obviously Matt Sells, 13 clean sheets, joint with, if you know ball,
David Raya.
So either way, I'm not mad with David Raya. But for me personally, I'm obviously going to pick a Nottingham Forest player over Arsenal player, so slight bias there. But Matt Sells absolutely deserves it. And also, where did he come from?
He came from... Wait, who?
Strasbourg. Matt Sells. He came from Strasbourg.
He came from Strasbourg. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So interesting.
So he was actually a stinker from Newcastle, then moved to Strasbourg because he had a stinker.
Yeah.
Came into the Premier League, and this is technically it's like debut season.
Yeah, no, I mean it's fair enough, isn't it? Because again, like you know what they say with keepers, it's like the older they get, the better they get. So again, I don't know how old he is. I'm assuming he's probably late 20s, early 30s.
Great question, and we're gonna
have a quick look right now. VAR check. He is 33. So yeah, exactly. He's at the age where now keepers are probably gonna reach their kind of prime levels. I mean, like you can look at all the great keepers, Buffon, Van der Sar, all kind of had great periods like through the later part of their career. So yeah, I'm not surprised about that.
And only signed him for 5 million deep hit. For someone like him to arguably everyone's team of the season.
Yeah, and I mean it just adds on to Forest's great season just in terms of signings as well. I mean like they signed who's it?
Milenkovic.
Yeah, but I mean like even the biggest one was Hudson-Odoi for like 5 mil, 10 mil?
Yeah.
Which again like at the time.
Elanga.
Yeah, exactly. So if you just look at that for example, like yeah, again it's another great example of the business, and I'm pretty sure we'll get to a few more names as we get on with this video. So
yeah, 100%. But yeah, it was a landslide. I can't lie. The only people that didn't vote for him, obviously, was Amir, Zubair, my boy, Chelsea fan by the way.
Okay.
And also Otto, who's an Arsenal fan. I tried to get a bit of diversity because I felt like all our friend groups. Pure United, and I didn't like it, so I thought I'd bring in some bit of Chelsea, bit of Arsenal.
Got to mix up a bit, right?
Just switch it up.
It was just between those two, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was just between those two.
Fair enough, yeah.
And now, for the right back, we have got... I can't lie, this was by the skin of the teeth, and either way, I'm not mad.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should start with second place then.
Yeah, actually, there was third place.
Oh, wow, okay.
There was one Muppet in our group.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a Twitch streamer. His name is Kofi, Manchester United fan.
Yeah.
The only person, and I hear it, but I don't hear it.
Yeah.
To vote for Tino Livramento. Like I hear it, but
it's not bad.
It's not bad.
Again, he's been him and
honourable mention. It's an honourable mention.
Again, team of the season. I don't know about team of the season, but he's been very good this season.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised about that.
But second place, which we have to talk about.
Yeah.
Is the Snapchat king himself, Ola Aina.
Yeah.
Again, a Nottingham Forest player.
Again, another one who has kind of revived his career, right? Because came from the Chelsea Academy, then he went to Torino, which spent a few seasons
there. Can I add the greatest Chelsea Academy?
Okay, cool, all right. But listen, like just in terms of his career arc, right? He went to Torino for a few seasons. again, no one really heard his name. I think he went to Fulham once on loan, and again, his name wasn't really ringing bells, right? He gets to Forest, and then just completely like just change up his game, just completely change up his game and stuff, and just. Yeah, him and Nico Williams on those flanks. I think, again, also in a very defensive team in Forest, right? Because Forest like to catch you on a break, and having that solid back four,
And even their full back four, I can't lie. Goalkeeper, full defence, they cooked this season.
Of course. I mean, listen, their defence is probably the main reason why they've done so well this season, right? I mean, obviously, you could talk about you could talk about the other players that we'll get to, but I think, again, the reason why they're so good is because they soak up the pressure in defence, right? And then as they break with those fast wingers, then... And I think Olaina is definitely
but for me personally, obviously,
Yeah.
you didn't have him on the list. Oh my God,
What?
I forgot.
What?
There's joint third place. Sorry guys, my eyes are a bit.
Boys. All right.
Hey, there's a joint third place. Sorry, let me zoom in 1 second.
Let's go again.
Joint third place. Joint third place with Tino Livramento joining Kofi is actually yourself.
Yeah. Okay.
Who
Yes.
voted for Urin Timber.
Again, I mean,
Not a bad shout.
To be honest, it's not bad.
It's not a bad shout. However,
Yeah.
for me personally, it was a
Yeah.
no-brainer between Ola Aina and the first place nominee. But tell me why you voted for...
I think Urian Timber, right? I think I've always had my eye on him. I think even when he was at Ajax, because at the time when United were trying to get him, he was meant to be as a centre back, which at the time I thought, again, he's 5'10" for a centre back. Again,
almost as tall as me.
Yeah, and again, can ask questions about that. Again, we do have Martinez, but again, that's another question. But the point is, right, is that he's a short defender, and again, it probably wouldn't work out. But Arsenal have done a great job in just playing him as a left back and right back. And again, he's locked down a bunch of wingers this year.
Yeah,
again,
he's cooked. Apart from the injury he had last season.
Yeah, see that I think if he didn't get an injury early on in the season, he probably would be nailed on as the best fullback in the league.
Yeah.
Or actually one of the best fullbacks in the league.
But I do really like him. Even though I hate Arsenal, I genuinely do like him as a player. I think he's been solid all season. The only time I felt like he wasn't great was when he played centre back a couple games and he looked a bit shaky.
Again,
but put him right back.
Yeah.
And he replaced Ben White. Ben White's forgotten now.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing, right? It's interesting because now it's next season what they do with Ben White. Again, yeah, sure, he can...
It's a good backup, though.
It's a backup, but at the same time, does Ben White want to stay on the bench, right? Because again, if you want to hear what Awesome has to say, he was probably one of the best right backs in the league.
Yeah, that's true.
Which, again, I'm not too sure about that. But anyway, I think we kind of agree that he was a very highly rated fullback, right? So I don't know if he actually wants to stay at Arsenal. Yeah, I mean, listen, there are a bunch of other teams in the Prem that could use a fullback like him. So, it'll be interesting to see where he goes over the summer.
Yeah, no, fair enough. But let's talk about the guy who I voted for.
Yeah.
And literally one vote was the decider.
Okay.
And his name is Daniel Munoz.
Daniel Munoz, yeah. Class.
I can't lie. FA Cup winner as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely cooked.
Got the assist in the final.
And I think, personally, I don't know if you can agree as a Manchester United fan, but I think he would be a great signing for Manchester United.
Oh, cool. I mean, listen, he's
right wing back. Imagine.
absolutely perfect, I think. Yeah, I mean, again, when you talk about a fullback in Amorim's system, that's pretty
goes forward, goes back.
Exactly. He's perfect, right? And I think Palace signed him from Genk for a very low fee.
Yeah.
And again, he's done very well this season as well. And again, just...
And the streets won't forget that FA Cup performance.
No,
that performance there was like the pinnacle. I think that summed up his whole season.
Yeah.
How good he's been. Even though Palace haven't been that great, I'll be honest. But I feel like he was one of the...
Palace have been good the second half of the season.
Second half, yeah. But overall, they haven't been... they've been leaking goals here and there. They've been battered some games they've got bad. Arsenal, they've been battered a couple times.
But again, I think Munoz is a very crucial way into why Palace are successful, because he's the one that drives up the pitch with the attacks, comes back in defence when needed, helping out the other centre backs, and again, if we're doing like a stereotypical team this season, where does he actually go? Does he go as a right back or does he go as a right winger?
Wing back, yeah.
But again, because
right back, I think is
again, it's fair. Again, I'm not too mad at it.
Yeah,
so.
the reason why, because I tried to balance my team out.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've gone for a Nottingham Forest goalkeeper.
Yeah.
I was like, if I go for another Nottingham Forest player, there's one in particular that you'll see very soon.
Yeah.
Why I voted for him.
Fair enough.
But that's why I went for Munoz, plus give him his flowers. Crystal Palace player.
Yeah, of course.
I feel like it's only right.
I'm not mad at that, yeah.
But moving on to the two centre-backs.
Yeah.
So the first centre-back, which I can't lie, most people voted for. A few people didn't vote for. That is myself.
Quite obvious, yeah.
That is Khalid, who's an Arsenal fan. and also Faisal, he didn't vote for him as well, and Liban didn't vote for him.
Fine. Okay.
And that is Gabriel Magalhaes.
Gabriel Magalhaes, yeah.
And I can't lie,
Yeah.
I would have voted for him.
Yeah,
Genuinely,
yeah,
I would have voted for him.
yeah,
The
yeah.
reason why I didn't vote for him is
Yeah.
because I feel like the person that I voted for
Yeah.
needs his flowers. And I can't like, genuinely,
Fine. Yeah.
he's been so good. That's why I didn't put Ola Aina, because
Yeah.
otherwise it would have been a full Nottingham Forest
Back line.
defence.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's why I
Fine.
gave him his flowers. And that is Nikola Milenkovic.
Yeah.
I thought this season he has been outstanding. And I feel like he's been the best defender
Overall, yeah.
in my opinion.
Again, like as I mentioned before, I think again the Forest defense is crucial into how they play, right? And again, yeah, Milenkovic alongside is it Morata? No, not sorry.
Murillo.
Morata. Yeah, one of them ones anyway.
God.
Yeah, but yeah, no. Again, both of them have been a very crucial part in the defense, and yeah, again, I'm not mad at it. But Gabriel Magalhaes, I think he's out and out in terms of left centre back. I don't think there's a question. Because again, there were questions, right? Who's better, him or Saliba, right?
Yeah.
Saliba this season again hasn't. No, he hasn't been bad, right? But
To his standard.
yeah,
To
again,
his standard. And I
hasn't-
really like Saliba.
again, there was a few instances, right, even against PSG, right, where he was a bit shaky in certain places. He was giving the ball up a bit easier.
Yeah.
Again, Gabriel, right? Because the thing is, like, you would normally think of Gabriel as kind of the hothead, and
Yeah.
he's on that kind of.
That's where he started off at first. Everyone hated Gabriel. Hairline was gone. He was bad. Like, nobody liked him.
I think he's done a great job into just kind of into maturing as a centre back and
Yeah.
just kind of again, centre back is another one of those positions that the older you get, kind of the wiser you kind
Age
of
like wine.
exactly right. So again, I'm not mad at, and again, a big thing, his aerial presence, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how many goals he scored, but
Yeah.
he scored a good amount of
Yeah.
goals from headers this year.
And speaking of goals, Milenkovic,
Yeah.
5 goals, 2 assists. I
Yeah.
can't lie. That's why I included him as well.
No,
There's
again, right?
Fancy, he's helped me quite a bit.
Oh yeah, exactly. He's done a great job. I think. I think their aerial presence it's been massive this year. So, yeah.
Liban did go for Saliba, which I
Yeah.
can't lie. I would rather Gabriel over
yeah,
Saliba.
Yeah.
Then Faisal, he went for Milinkovic as well. And
Yeah.
I can't lie. I agree with him.
Again, yeah.
And Khalid went for Dean Huijsen, which I can't lie.
Again,
I'm not mad.
he's a Real Madrid centre back now.
But-
and again,
yeah, that's true.
I mean, I think there was a stat, right? Because he never started the season, right? Like I
Yeah.
think with Bournemouth, I think he came in probably towards like the midway point of the season. And there was like a certain run where he played and they didn't lose. Like it was like 6-7 games
Yeah,
in a row
yeah,
where
literally.
they didn't lose with him in. And again, Dean Huijsen, right? He's 19, 20 years old. Yeah, again, he's a great talent.
A wonder kid.
Yeah, I mean, think about it, right. He's 6'5". He's good. He's good on both feet. He can pass. Defensively, he's intelligent. Like again, it's very rare that you find centre backs that young, that are that good. Like right now, I mean, to the point where Real Madrid paid £50 million for him, right? And again, Real Madrid never
Go for wonder kids like that.
Well, no, I mean the thing is, Real Madrid never spend money on young talent. Because the thing is, right, if you look at like Real Madrid's transfer policy the last few years, it's all about expiring contracts and get people in cheap. And that was the thing with Lenny Yoro, right? They didn't want to spend more than £40 million on Lenny Yoro, but then they thought that Dean Huijsen was worth paying that extra £10 million and grabbing him. And again,
And I hear it.
yeah, fair enough. Again,
He's a chill guy as well, I can't lie.
he's a chill guy, and again, great in the air as well, right? I
Yeah.
mean, him being 6'5", of course, it makes sense for
helps
him.
him,
It helps him, right? So, I mean, that's probably one of the worst mistakes Juventus have made in the last few years. Sold him for how much? Like 13, 14 million pounds? And
Yeah, and even Luca says it's the worst thing that they've done.
oh yeah,
genuinely.
no, I mean, and because if you think about Juventus, right, they bought Lloyd Kelly from Newcastle, which still confuses me now. So, again, not a bad shout, but yeah, I think Gabriel takes it.
Gabriel, I hear it. Like I said, Milinkovic, I just wanted to give him his flowers. But moving on to the centre backs, the other centre backs, sorry.
Yeah.
And I can't lie. As you can see, there is just one Muppet in this group.
What
and
is-
look. Let me give you some backstory, right?
Yeah.
So what we did, right? Apart from a few of the boys from SDS, I just gave them a short list. I gave them a little helping hand. These are the players that you could vote for. Arguably top 5 centre backs, which I thought
Exactly.
we couldn't agree. Couldn't agree more with it. So I gave them a list. I gave them a short list. Like I said, apart from the SDS group, I said, look, I need a team of season. Give it to me. They gave it. Mm-hmm. But we have one Mupp in the group that messaged me and said, I know he's not in the group, but I need to give him a shout.
Fine, okay. And that person is?
And that person is Jugador Ash.
Yeah, Jugador Ash.
Jugador
Yeah.
Ash. What on earth were you thinking? I can't lie. Like, generally, everyone voted for this guy apart from himself. Like,
Yeah.
to not include him,
Wait,
and he's won the league.
Oh wow. Okay.
To not include him, and he's
Yeah.
won the league is crazy.
That is a horror shot.
And
for
the
me.
worst thing is, they were like, I feel like if there's one person you want Liverpool to sign out of the 3 players that needed to sign a contract, for me, that's the guy you sign.
Yeah.
And you did not include him in your list.
Well, I think let's tell the people who he actually is.
And that's Virgil van Dijk.
Virgil van Dijk. And
Hey, it's a stinker. Hey, it's shit.
wait,
Watch it at home.
actually, wait, you know, okay, hold on, sorry. Let's just go back a bit. Before we get to Van Dijk, who did Jugador Ash go for?
Oh, Jugador Ash went for Dan Burn. And
Dan Burn. All right. Like, well,
I'm very looking hear it, but
He's
over
been-
Van Dijk, over the Premier League winner.
He's been good for Newcastle. Like, he's been good for Newcastle, but nah. I mean, his back line is Garo Magalhaes and Dan Burn, both left footers, by the way.
Stinky, yeah, no, yeah, ball knowledge.
Yeah,
It's not there.
Both left footers. A bit interesting.
But yeah, let's talk about Van Dijk, the Premier League winner.
Okay, yeah. I mean, listen, Van Dijk. What's that to be said that hasn't been said, right? He's arguably top 3 centre backs ever in Premier League history.
So let me tell you,
Some would say number 1, but you know.
where would you put him after John Terry, Ferdinand, and himself? What would be your ranking?
Okay, no, yeah, I think I've always been a Rio guy, so I think for me it's always been Rio number 1. I think again, John Terry and Van Dijk. Again, it's a close one for me. I think.
Be very careful.
No, well, I mean, listen. Again, they're all great defenders, right? But I would personally put Van Dijk as 2 and John Terry 3. And again, listen. This is number 3 of all time. So it's not it's not like it's not like he's the third worst. Like, again, he's still a very good defender. Okay. But in my personal opinion, I feel like Rio and Van Dijk, I think on the ball were better than him. This is from me.
All I'm saying is, Rio Ferdinand is a pundit.
I mean, listen. We're not
questionable. So may play a part.
We are talking about their accolades and their skills, right?
Yeah. If you want to talk about accolades, JT.
Well, I mean, if you talk about accolades, Rio Ferdinand, Van Dijk.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'll put them JT number 1, as everyone would, and Rio number 2, and Van Dijk number 3.
No,
I hear it, but
listen.
Van Dijk did not come across the strikers that JT and Rio.
Wait, but JT, do you want to knock him down a bit just for the racism?
Allegedly. Allegedly. It did not happen. I actually spoke to him during Ballers League. It did not happen, so let's not. Yeah, don't point the fingers. That is very rude of you.
Come on, it knocked him down at least 1 peg.
No.
Fair enough. I mean,
apparently he didn't do it, so I believe my gaffer. I believe my El Capitan. So
fair enough.
You get what I'm saying? But back to Virgil.
Anyway, yeah, back to Van Dijk.
This season, I can't like Liverpool.
He's been very good.
They cooked him and Konate at the back.
I mean, again, I think like you said, right, when Liverpool had those contract issues, I think the one guy that I think, well, in my opinion, was like, you had to sign.
And it's no disrespect to the others.
No, but I think it just made sense for Van Dijk to be signed because, again, listen, he's 33 now, whatever it is, but again, he doesn't look like he's really slowing down or anything.
And the ACL as well. I thought the ACL would have cooked him.
I mean, yeah. Again, think about this, right? Once the centre back gets to like their 30s, right, he gets to a point where if all they rely on is like pace and stuff, right? Again, they start to fall off, or like if you know, like if they're relying like I guess like more the physical attributes, is kind of harder. But Van Dijk is a mix of physicality and IQ, and none of that's gone yet.
Yeah.
And again, I feel like even if like again, it's inevitable, right? As years go on, and his physicality starts to like
speed,
go down. Again, his IQ is still there, right? His passing's still going to be there.
We've seen Thiago Silva do it, so there's no doubt that he can.
Exactly, right? So again, yeah, I think just for all those points above, I think makes sense to be honest.
Yeah, so the fact that he's won the Premier League and you have to include a Liverpool defender,
of course,
at the very least, and Jugador did not. I think we might need to change his Jugador name. I think we have to take it away from him, just for the time being.
I think next week we do a team, maybe just leave him out of it.
Yeah. Next week, we'll have one.
Anyway,
but moving on to the left back, and I can't lie, it was actually a close one.
Yeah.
And I changed my mind.
Yeah.
I did change my mind.
You did change your mind.
So I started off with one person, then I chose someone else.
Okay.
But we'll talk about them too very soon.
Yeah.
But firstly, you didn't vote for the guy that got voted the most.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Khalid didn't. Faisal didn't. Zubair didn't. And Abs Busquets didn't.
Fine. Okay.
But
Well,
let's go one by one. On one vote,
yeah.
Khalid went for Miles Skelly.
Again, I'm not.
I don't hear it.
Okay, you know what? Fine. Before you shoot him down, I'll kind of big him up a bit.
Yeah.
Listen, I think Miles Skelly. First of all, coming into the season, having not played left back, right? He was a midfielder by trade. Comes in as a left back, has replaced the left backs in the team, and is starting against Real Madrid and PSG and cooked, right? Even in the Premier League, right? Scored against City, all that. At 18 years old. I'm not mad at people choosing him as the best left back in the league.
I absolutely hear
I'm not mad at it.
I really like him as well. However, firstly, discipline. Well,
yeah,
discipline,
but again, he's a young kid. Like,
and plus, it's one of those things. Like, for example, like Lamine Yamal, people say that he's too young to give him the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
But for what he's done, there's a shout.
Makes
With Luke
sense,
Skelly,
yeah.
I feel like he's too young, and I feel like there's been a few players in the league that overall did better than him.
Again, I'm not mad at it, yeah.
As a nomination, I hear it, but to actually say he's been the best left back in the Premier League, that's why I don't hear
Fine,
it.
okay.
That's the only thing.
Fair enough, yeah.
And moving on swiftly to another vote that you went for. And I can't lie, I'll put him in the same bracket as, or maybe a step above Lewis Kelly.
Okay.
Anthony Robinson.
Yeah. think about it now, right? I think when I chose him, I think the first thing that popped to my mind was he had 10 assists as a left back, right? Which again is massive.
He has a second most assists, if I'm not mistaken.
It's something
after
like
Trent.
that.
I think it's Trent, Anthony Robinson, and then the guy who got voted the most.
Exactly. Well, but I think now think about it now more. He did very well the first half of the season. The second half, he has kind of his
name wasn't mentioned.
Yeah, he's kind of fallen off a bit. I think Fulham start to struggle a bit more in the league.
Yeah.
And so I think about it now, I probably would have gone for number one. But again, he's still worth a mention.
Yeah,
I mean, listen, right.
As an honourable mention, I hear it.
I mean, listen, he could go to like a top 6 team right now as a left back. I mean, like if Liverpool weren't going to go for number one, right, he probably would have been the second option.
Yeah.
So, again, I'm not mad at him being 2. Again, I probably would have gone for number 1 anyway, but yeah.
No, I hear it. But moving on to the second place, and I can't lie, in my personal opinion, this is where I got swayed. So
Slightly biased, but
at the same time, I've watched him all season.
Yeah.
And I feel like... Let me take the left.
All right, go on.
So, we as Chelsea fans hated him. The locks, the stupidity, the stupid defending, the immaturity, I would say. I think if we were to call it as a collective, it would be immaturity in defence.
His shoe fell off the one game?
No, but I'm talking about the beginning of last season. Last season when he was stinky, we wanted him gone.
Yeah.
And then a certain manager, which I do not like, in the last 10 games decided to do the inverted.
Yeah.
And ever since then, like, when I saw him, I gave him a big hug. Genuinely, picture, I'll put it up in there. But, yeah, I saw him, gave him a big hug, because genuinely, ever since then, he's been unreal.
Yeah.
Like I said, shoe fell off one time. I think that's the only criticism that I had.
Yeah.
He slipped. But apart from that, defensively, he's been unreal. He fulfilled that inverted role.
Yeah.
Attacking-wise, feels like Marcus Alonso, genuinely.
Yeah, okay.
He's been improving his goals as well.
Yeah.
5 goals, 1 assist.
Yeah.
Not bad for a left back.
Yeah.
But his name is Marc Cucurella.
Marco Correa, yeah.
And I voted for him. Chelsea fan Zubair voted for him, and Abs Busquets, who's in Manchester United.
Again, another one where I'm not mad at it, but
And that's the reason why. For me, is because Chelsea's been all over the place this season. I think that's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
We've had our ups, we've had our downs, but there's just been 2 players for me that have non-stop been consistent.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about the other one very soon. But Marc Cucurella was one of them. And there's no way that... and it was between 1 and 2, but for me, I just felt like, I have to give Cucurella his flowers. He's just been unreal. Like I said, playing inverted, playing next to Caicedo in the midfield, which is not easy.
No, of course
and I feel
not,
like someone like Lewis Skelly could also do something like that, which would be good.
Yeah.
But Cucurella has fulfilled his role, and I feel like without him, Chelsea wouldn't even be in the Champions League spots anywhere near it, which we'll see very soon. But yeah, that's why I went for Marc Cucurella. But
Fair enough.
Person who everyone voted for, that would be Ishir, Kofi, that would be Faisal, Luca, Otto, and Liban is Milos Kerkez.
Milos Kerkez.
Which I can't lie, I do hear it.
Yeah, again-
Third amount of assists in the league.
Yeah,
Third highest.
Very good left back. I think again another crucial part to Bournemouth's season.
Yeah.
I think.
And that's why I
Again,
wanted to vote for him, because Bournemouth, I feel like, didn't get
I
the
think-
recognition in the team of the season. And if I'm going to give it to one player, I feel like he's the one player that I would give
and
it
again
to.
his age is all right. He's 20, 21.
Yeah.
Again, he's yeah.
Liverpool looking to get him.
Yeah,
Potentially
I mean,
deal done.
They're probably gonna get him, yeah. Which again is a very good option. So now if you think about it, right,
Great replacement for Robertson.
yeah, because again Robertson's he's been kind of falling off the last few seasons. So again, yeah, they need a replacement. I think Kirk has just great. I think attacking wise, he just goes up and down the flank so well. I think he helps out in defense, which I think he's slightly.
Needs to work on.
Yeah, again, needs to work on a bit more. But I think again, it's not as bad as like I guess other fullbacks. But
Yeah. No, I hear it. I hear it. But
still,
now we get into the nitty gritty of things.
yeah,
Start off the way that we did the midfield. Obviously, we tried to balance it out.
Yeah.
But it's more or less it's a 6-8-10,
yeah,
or balance it out how you like.
exactly, yeah.
So everyone went for this player except for Faisal,
Yeah.
Kofi,
Okay.
and Ashir.
Fine.
And again, you can see why these men don't have ball knowledge. And again, maybe next week I might not shout them. But Jugador voted for Declan Rice.
So first thing.
That's the first thing.
No, I mean first point. He's not a 6, is he?
He's not. That's the first thing.
He's not really a 6 per se. I mean, when you're wrapping free kicks against Real Madrid,
Yeah.
I don't know if you're really meant to
Yeah,
be doing
and that's
that.
what he did this season.
Yeah, and
That's-
no, I always said Declan Rice has had a good season. I think
Yeah, no.
he's improved on.
attacking wise, he's improved. Even defensively, I'd say he's not. Now we don't see him as a sideway passing.
No, I think the biggest thing with him is that like he's improved in terms of his attacking output, but also as well, his dead ball ability.
Yeah.
Forget free kicks, corners. I mean, he's got a good amount of assists this
Yeah.
season just from corners. Which again, it's a bit. It was kind of one of them ones where. You know how Harry Kane was doing corners for England at
Yeah.
one point. Everyone was like, "Wait, why is Harry Kane taking corners when it should be the opposite way?" But in this case, in terms of Declan Rice, it's worked out. And again, he's the one thing I love about him is his energy. As a midfielder, he just runs up and down. He drives with the ball. Right. As a midfielder, like again, one of the main things is just to have that engine and drive with the ball. Right. So then you can allow players like Odegaard to kind of just not do as much and kind of just do his own thing, because again he's one of those players where he can kind of make something out of nothing.
Yeah.
Right, he has that magic touch. So again, shout for Declan Rice, but not 6.
Yeah, and a few people voted for Declan Rice as well, just to make it clear, because some people put him CDM, centre mid, but it's basically the two defensive-ish midfielders.
I mean, the people that put him in the 8 no ball, right?
Yeah.
Jugador Ash put
Jugador
him in
Ash,
the
yeah,
6.
questionable.
Just he sort
But
of.
then he did vote for someone else, but so I hear it's super around. Maybe
I think what happened is he won on FIFA. He saw Declan Rice team this season, CDM.
CDM, yeah.
He said,
first.
"Yeah, that's a 6."
Yeah, no, fair enough. But Otto also voted for Declan Rice. Who else? Khalid voted for Declan Rice. So the two Arsenal fans voted for Declan Rice, and the Manchester United fan. Questionable ball knowledge there. But one person, if you have a look at the midfielders, there's only one person
Yeah.
that went for two completely different midfielders. Let's say the
Fine.
pivot.
Yeah.
And that is, let's talk about it very quickly.
Yeah.
Faisal
Okay. He went for.
has gone for Bruno Guimaraes and Yuri Tillemans. And I hear it, but at the same time, in my opinion, the two people that we've gone for, I feel like they're... there's no doubt about it. I feel like they've solidified...
Yeah, I mean, let's quickly talk about Bruno G, right? I think Bruno G is
Newcastle season's been
again, he's had a great season, and I think a
Carabao
lot of
Cup winner.
a lot of people are going. I think a lot of people at one point was like, oh, he's gonna end up going to City or stuff.
Yeah.
But he seems loyal to Newcastle,
Yeah.
man. And again, if Newcastle end up getting Champions League, then I mean that's another thing for him to stay. So I think again he's had a great season, and again like him in that midfield 3 with Joe Linton and Tonali, again it's just pace, power, technique. Like again it's a great combination of midfield as well. So
Might have the best midfield in the league, in my opinion.
I mean,
It's up there.
No, it's a shout.
up
Yeah,
there.
no, again, it's definitely a conversation. But I think Bruno G, not surprised, and then
Yuri Tillemans, Aston Villa. I can't lie, he's been
he
pivotal part of Aston Villa's success this season.
Another player crucial to their team this season, and again could end up playing in Champions League again. So Not a bad shout, but I think the one player that we do need to bring up is Ryan Gravenberch. I think as it says there, again he would have been my number 2. I think he's again the fact that he was more so like a box to box kind of 8 going up and down the pitch to just being like a sole DM. Again, it's a very I don't think it's the easiest transition for that lot of people because again, right, you playing as like that 6, right? You have to kind of change your mentality in terms of the way you play. And again, he's done a great job in converting it into a 6. And again,
and remember, Klopp last season did not utilise him well. Slot came in, and he said, "You turn up and do your job."
I think,
and that's what he did. And not only that, he was the only person to be shortlisted in the Young Player and Player of the Season.
Yeah.
And he won the Young Player of the Season.
Yeah, again, I'm not surprised. I think, listen, if you've known about it from Ajax times, right, again, he's always been a baller. I think at first when he was at Ajax, I think a lot of people saw him as kind of like a Pogba archetype, where he's tall, good on the ball, like he's great passer of the ball. But then he went to Bayern. Again, Bayern didn't use him as well, and like he was just kind of sat on the bench of Bayern. Liverpool saw great. Again, 35 million for him. Again, a very good.
And considering they were supposed to go for Zubimendi as well in the summer, which failed.
Well, I mean, that was the thing where Liverpool was struggling for a 6 because Chelsea basically stole all of them. Chelsea stole all the 6s.
So Moises Caicedo, we saw Lavia.
I mean, any 6 they wanted, Chelsea stole it, right? Got to the point where they signed Endo, which again, Endo did a solid job for them. But then I think...
But we talk about an impact.
Yeah, I mean, and again, Slot saw something in Gravenberch that we clearly didn't see in him being a 6. And
he played every single game this season as well, which is ridiculous.
He's tired, man. No,
he's 36 games.
Yeah, again, fair enough to him. And again, I'm not mad at him being... I mean, if he was on board, I wouldn't have been mad, so...
Yeah, and not only that, I think on the turn as well, and transitioning, he's been unreal.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And, like you said, that's why everyone that did vote for him voted for him and won by a landslide. So the people that did vote for him was myself.
Yeah.
Did you vote for him?
Well, I mean, it says it there.
No, it does not, actually.
Do you mean
you voted for Moses Caicedo and McAllister?
Well, no, because I would vote Gravenberch in the 6.
Yeah, but you didn't. Yeah, but you didn't vote for him.
No, I know. I didn't vote for him, but then I would have voted for him in the 6.
Yeah, but
then obviously I put Moises Caicedo as number 1, which then makes sense. Well, I feel like what you do?
No, I told you so you can play around with it.
But then
you didn't vote for him. Did you vote for him or not?
Yeah, but then it doesn't make sense for me to put him in the 8 if he played in the 6.
No, but you're not putting him in the 8. You're putting him in the 3 midfield, and you can play around how you want.
Anyway,
so that is.
Well, no, it's not, because the other player had a better season than him, I think.
Yeah, he did.
Well,
he did.
exactly. So I didn't.
But I put both of them in. But we'll talk about very soon.
Fine.
Sheer went for Gravenberch, Kofi as well. Again, Khalid did not put him in. Yeah. Probably doesn't know ball. How you not put in arguably Liverpool's
okay. But before we get there, let's talk about Caicedo real quick.
Yeah,
Because listen, he's number 1. You know what I mean? So.
I've got the stats here. As you can see, there's only one midfielder that I want to compare Moises Caicedo to.
Well, I mean,
everyone's been comparing.
That person's not a 6, so I don't know what you're
I know, but everyone's been comparing to him this season, and I feel like it's only right.
Well, okay. Listen, the other person that you wanted to compare him to was out for the whole season.
What, Declan Rice?
No, I'm saying because I know at one point you compare him to Rodri.
Yeah, but Rodri ain't been here, so I can't. Otherwise, we'll see next season. Now that Rodri's back,
listen. I'll say my piece on Caicedo, and then you can just kind of do a matting on him. But anyway, yeah, Caicedo again. Listen, right. He's always been a good player. Like I've never doubted his ability, from when he went from Brighton, but. The 120 mil is still insane to me. Listen, I don't get how good it is. 120 mil is still insane for a defensive midfielder. The most expensive player in Premier League history, right, is a defensive midfielder. And again, it's not his fault, right? Again, he's a great DM. I think if you look at Chelsea, right, he's the kind of dog in that midfield, right, where he just ball recoveries, ball into transition. He's there driving with the ball. Again, a very good defensive midfielder. But I just can't get over the fact that 120 million absolutely blows my mind.
See, that's how you see it, but for me personally, I feel like 120 million is quite cheap, personally, for me. What I've seen of Caicedo...
No, but do you actually think he's worth 120 million?
Well, if you ask me the question, would you pay 120 million for Caicedo for the season he's had? Well, I'll do it all over again.
Really?
I'll give them my change as well. I'll give that extra 10, extra 20, extra 30 million. Genuinely, this season, look, he's not only played in the midfield role.
Yeah.
Enzo Maresca, which Allah knows why, right back inverted as well.
Yeah.
And he's fulfilled that role as well. I can't lie, he's been running up and down. It literally feels, if I close my eyes, it feels like Kante's on the pitch. He runs up, he runs down defensively.
No, fair enough.
He's so solid. And the thing is, he's not, like, I feel like with a lot of midfielders, people like to obviously aesthetics, see how he looks. He's a crunch tackle, leaves a mark on you type of midfielder. And for me personally, Chelsea's player of the season, and I could not agree more. Genuinely, without him, we would be, I think, down with you guys. Genuinely, we would be.
Okay, cool.
We were, without him.
Yeah.
You can see. My player. That's
again. Listen,
I could cry thinking about.
Very well deserved. Again, very well deserved. But I do need to ask you. Do you think he stays at Chelsea?
Where's Caicedo? Absolutely. You know, it's these South American players.
Well, no, just
where would he go?
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, as an example, right? Because, like, listen, there's a few players in your team, right? Again, like, all depending on, you know, if you get Champions League or not.
Yeah.
Say you don't, right?
Yeah.
Say you don't get Champions League and you don't get Europe this year, whatever, right? You players such as Caicedo, Enzo, Cole Palmer, they're gonna start looking at like
They might start looking.
No, Cole Palmer especially, right? Like at a certain point, he's gonna be like, bro, what am I doing there? Like, cool, like I've done my thing, but I'm not doing much. Like,
but let me tell you, he's not coming to your club. That I know.
He is a United fan. He is a United fan.
But he's not coming to your club. 17th place is happening. But
actually, sorry, 16th.
But when it comes out, it will be 17th place because you lose to Aston Villa. That's right.
That's very true.
Fair enough, yeah. But no, genuinely Caicedo, and I'm glad that people are actually recognising him as a great player. And as CTV said, it was Manchester United versus Caicedo. Like, genuinely, that's how great he is. Again, and that's why I wanted to vote for him, give him his flowers, and I'm glad the people did as well. But next to him, which a lot of people voted for as well, which we very lightly spoke about, was Ryan Gravenberch.
Yeah.
But now the cam, and I can't lie, I was there. I was shaking. I was literally shaking because I was like, how on earth has this happened? Okay. Manchester United fans doing their thing, being biased, being stupid, voting for this player, which I don't agree with. As a team, no, let's be real. Now I'm going to draw you out here. As a team of the season, how on earth is a Manchester United player there who are 17th? 39 points, no trophies. No. He's
not just any Man United player. He's not just any Man United player.
I was scared because I can't, like, the Man United bias was crazy. So Emir voted for him.
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't vote for him. Fez. Ugh, crazy. Kofi voted for him. Faisal voted for him. Luca voted for him, but Luca, you know, he's focused on the Serie A. That's why I'll let him land. And Liban voted for him. So pretty much all the United fans that got battered by Tottenham to now come and vote for Bruno Fernandes. How on earth? Go on, explain yourself. Why does he deserve it?
Okay, first thing, we didn't get battered by Tottenham, alright?
Yeah.
Check your mirrors, yeah.
But who did the...
No, fair enough, but then watch your tone to win United, yeah?
No.
Second of all, anyway, second of all, yeah, if you were for this guy, we would be relegated. Like,
but that doesn't. My point is, I hear that.
If you talk about importance to a team, like Caicedo is what importance to the team. He's that good. He's that important. That
but his performance has taken Chelsea to the Champions League spots. What did Bruno do?
Bruno's performance is
where did he take him to?
I skipped some relegation.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. And then listen. I know you hate this, but his numbers are up there with everyone in the league.
Cool.
His numbers are up there with everyone in the league.
That's fine. But the people that most people vote for, and this is where I come in and say why I don't think Bruno Fernandes. Not that he doesn't deserve to be team of the season, but to be the guy over Alexis McAllister. Me personally.
But then is McAllister an attacking mid now?
Yeah, but you can put him there in the attacking mid role.
I mean,
like I said, you can pick your three. I pick my three. And I'm not the only one who picked my three. Liban voted for him as well.
I voted
Luca voted for him. You voted for him.
Exactly, so.
Kofi voted for him. Abs voted for him. So see, me and Abs, we know ball. We picked the exact same midfield.
Okay.
So now, what are you doing? I mean, you want to argue with me and Abs?
Do you want a medal for that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know.
And you're telling me, I think personally.
Yeah.
I respect Gravenberch what he's done, and I feel like he's been the face of Liverpool's midfield. Yeah. But Alexis McAllister has been the guy. He's been the most underrated player in the Premier League for me.
He's a very good midfielder.
So you're telling me that he deserves a shout over Bruno? Like.
Well, no, because I put them both in.
No, but like, let's say the United fans. Let's say Shea let's say...
Yeah,
oh, I
but-
shouldn't vote for him.
No,
my
but
bad.
it's
My
just
bad.
it's just Arsenal fan.
Oh, yeah, fairs. Oh, yeah. Oh, if you guys don't know, Juggernaut Ash, he's a United fan at face, but heart, he's an
Arsenal.
Arsenal
Yeah,
fan.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
defended Arsenal with his whole life. But yeah, anyways, enough of the hating. McAllister,
Yeah.
chat to me. 5 goals, 5 assists.
Again, 5 goals, 5 assists. Again, doesn't look like a lot on the face of it. But if you just talk about like the way, like he just like again the way he runs in midfield alongside like Gravenberch
And even comparing from him and Gravenberch, compared to last season to this season,
Well, I mean, the thing is, McAllister, he was again like
He's had on and off
No,
se-
it's his versatility for
Yeah.
me because he was playing this. He was playing in the 6 a lot last
Yeah.
year. But like at that point when it was like Endo or whatever, like he was playing in the 6 a lot of the time. And again, 6 is not he's not his natural position. He's more of like an attacking minded
Yeah.
midfielder, right? So again, like his versatility is one thing for me. I think just also his tech, like he can come up with like the odd like just scream out of nowhere.
yeah.
Like,
Gets his goals as well, long shots,
again, he's very dangerous from range and.
controls the tempo.
And also, again, another great piece of business from Liverpool, 35 million.
Yeah,
I-
and he's one of the Brighton players that they actually sold for cheap.
Yeah, well, but again, I think that was a release clause, right? But it's still, again, I mean, the fact they bought him for that much, and he's probably worth like double that, triple that, to be honest. So, like, he's worth way more than that. So, again,
Super crucial to Liverpool's
yeah,
midfield.
and again, I don't see him going anytime soon, right? I feel like that midfield 3 is probably going to be locked in for a good amount of time. I mean, again, they'll need to get reinforcements for, especially Gravenberch.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think again, very good season for him.
Yeah, no, I can't lie. But very quickly, some nominations. Otto voted for Eze.
Bit recency
Yeah,
bias.
recency bias. FA
Yeah.
Cup winner. Shout out to Eze. We got a few Morgan Gibbs White shouts. Zubair.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it.
Morgan Gibbs. Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah.
Khalid went for him as
Not
well.
to the season, but
Not to the season. And then Juggernaut Ash went for Morgan Rogers.
absolute baller.
Yeah,
I
I
will
think
say
it's
Morgan
unreal,
Rogers
yeah.
is a baller.
Baller, so
like,
we'll-
he's very good. Again, that's one that again I don't see him staying at Villa for that long.
Yeah.
Like I can see the one I can see is City. Like I can see.
Yeah.
I mean, he
Replacing Foden.
He came from the City. Oh,
Yeah.
that's mad. He's 24 and you can replace him off the bat. Poor guy. No.
Sorry, but Foden's been a bit...
Yeah, no, I get it. But no, I think Morgan Rogers, he'll probably be like another year there. And after that, I don't know where he goes. So
Yeah, no, I hear it. But moving on to the front 3 now. And 2 of the front 3 has been an absolute landslide.
Of course,
I
yeah.
feel like if you voted for anyone else, you are either
You know what?
stupid, dumb, idiotic,
or you like Hazard.
or you like... But I love Hazard.
Well,
but I still had
I'm surprised. I'm surprised you picked him. I thought you would have gone for like Saka or something.
Nah, it's what, the guys that's done absolutely nothing this season? What's he done?
Well, I mean, I
Has
don't
he
know.
won
No,
anything?
no.
Second again?
No, but his performances.
Performances.
Performance matching over here.
Oh yeah, the one where he's performed in the hospital bed. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
that's-
But everyone voted for him. He is the right winger, the arguably
Ballon d'Or winner.
Ballon d'Or winner, arguably,
Yeah.
but I don't think he's going to win the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
But the best Premier League player of the season,
Yeah, without a doubt, yeah.
the King of Egypt,
Mohamed Salah.
and I can't lie, yeah.
I mean, okay, you know what? Listen, let me talk on because obviously he's a bit of a hate on Salah.
No. Let me do it. Let me do it. Let me do it as a Hazard. As a
his
lover.
performances
No,
aren't
no,
that
no,
good.
no, no, no.
Brother, his stats, I don't care. But brother, he's got
28 goals.
Yeah.
18 assists.
and you want to tell me? And you want to tell me what performances
46 goal contributions.
in how many games?
In 38 Premier League games.
Now,
Assuming that he won't.
add more, right?
Yeah. It's assuming he.
Well, okay.
Oh, by the way, but let me. So
Go.
I've got a question for you as
Go,
well. Yeah.
go.
So obviously Salah, most combined goals and assists, 46.
Yeah.
Premier League all-time rankings, he's moved to 5th place.
Insane, yeah.
Yeah, with 185 goals.
Yeah.
Behind Alan Shearer,
Yeah.
Harry Kane,
Yeah.
Wayne Rooney,
Yeah.
and Andy Cole.
Okay.
And Salah has set a new record for the most away goals in a single Premier League season with 16 goals. However,
Okay.
however,
Go on. Here comes the hate, go on.
I have to add a little bit, just a little bit of hate. No, but we've got to be real. We've got to be real.
Go on.
So, from, I would say, obviously, the beginning of the season, he was unreal.
Yeah.
Stupid numbers.
Yeah.
Like, even Haaland was there, like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then Christmas came. He posted his Christmas post.
As always, yeah.
And then after, slowly, it just declined. And recently,
Yeah.
Recently, he's been having a bit of a stinker.
Well, I mean, the thing is, he has a tendency. I'll say that he has
Second half Salah.
Yeah, no, he
Second half
he has
Salah.
a tendency to, and also a lot of people are saying that it might be like an Aubameyang thing because you see, he signed a mad contract.
Yeah.
Signed a mad contract next season again. Again, I don't doubt it because he was a better player than Aubameyang. But next season will be interesting to see if he actually keeps up that same output because again, that is insane, and he's 32 as well.
Yeah, no, it's insane. But I feel like he could have done even better. If he didn't fall off.
Not fair enough, but I'm saying he's 32. Certain men are playing with chunks.
Yeah.
Certain men are playing with chunks in Qatar. Yeah, at the same age. Yeah, whilst other guys are in the Premier League.
Fair. All I'm saying is,
That-
certain man was compared to Messi, and others
Yeah,
are
but I'm
being
saying
compared
certain
to
men are retired.
Bukayo
Certain men got retired at 30.
Anyways,
Your point is invalid. Cool.
God love.
Anyway, strikers. You know what?
Let's move to the left wing. I wanna switch it. Or do you wanna?
No, because I think if you do striker, it's obvious.
Oh, the left side.
Yeah, and then left wing, there's a bit more variation. Get me?
That's very true.
Bit more variation. Again, striker.
Should we do the celebration together? 3, 2, 1.
Who's my one?
Yeah, there you go.
Alexander Isak. He's
Can I say the best striker in the world?
probably, yeah.
In my opinion.
Again, he's got more goals than Haaland this year.
Yeah.
Actually, wait, does he? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think
great
he's
question.
second.
Fact check.
I think he's second.
Yeah, it's second. Alexander Isak with 23
there you go then.
goals.
23 goals, right? And
Could be more.
And again, he came a few years ago from Sociedad, and again,
Big price tag at the time, which everyone thought was a bit crazy.
75 million, I think, from memory. And again, he was always known as like a wonder kid. He came from Sweden, went to Dortmund, didn't do much at Dortmund. Then went to Sociedad, and again, he was alright at Sociedad, which I didn't think he set the world alight. But Newcastle clearly saw something in him, and I think the last like 2 seasons, you can tell he's just like proper Premier League striker, like just. Yeah, there's no
a proper bagsman.
Yeah, there's no one that goes near it. Like,
and can do more than just goal scoring.
I think the fact that he's 6'5", like he's 6'4", 6'5", right? The ball control he has, like that was he. Remember that assist against Everton? He went from the halfway line, all the way to the edge, beat like 5 people, and then assisted. Like again, Haaland's not doing that, right?
Yeah.
Like again, as much as Haaland's had like is a
great
bad
goal
man,
scorer. Yeah.
Again, you got obviously say that Haaland might be a better finisher, but if you're talking about all around game, it's like it's just
miles better.
way better. So
and now reportedly being sold for potentially double.
Yeah,
depends on Newcastle if they want to sell him. 150 M.
I think his likely destination is probably Liverpool. Because
I hope not. God
the things okay, put this right. Arsenal aren't paying 150 million.
Yeah, no, they're broke.
Like no, it's not even that. They paid 100 mil for Declan Rice, which cool, it paid off. But I don't know if they're gonna risk it again for like another big signing. True. Liverpool, on the other hand, they've just won the league. They're hungry and they're about to sign Florian Wirtz, which is insane
crazy.
to me. Like absolutely insane to me.
They signed Wirtz, Kirkes, Isak, all in the same window. That'll be
again. So yeah, I think
the new era might be the Liverpool era.
But then also as well, Newcastle might keep him because if they get Champions League, which again is a very good chance they will.
Depends on
again, if they get Champions League, then again it's a very good chance that they keep Isak.
Yeah.
Because again, the Newcastle fans love him, right? Yeah. So there's no reason to leave if he gets Champions League.
And they won the Carabao Cup first time.
Again, listen, there's that's the first bit of silverware. You never know, and he could probably get more, right? So again, no matter.
And now, moving on to the left wing, which again,
the final position.
There's been a couple shouts. I'll give you the cheeky. Honourable mentions. Yeah. Otto voted for Alex Iwobi, which I can't lie, that was bad. Otto, I'm looking at you. That was bad. Alex Iwobi.
He's had a good season, but
team of the season is crazy.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Was it? Shout out Iwobi, but I don't know about that.
Liban voted for Brian Mbeumo,
on the left wing, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I mean, cool.
Not mad.
No, but again, I will say, very good season.
Very good
19
season.
goals from the right wing, and then
Ivan Toney.
No, and then you got Wissel 19 as well. Yeah. Listen, Brentford, shout out Brentford because listen,
it's a shame they didn't make. They're not making Europe.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'll do a quick story. When me and him were 16, we went to the Brentford training ground, and we spoke to one of the guys there. It was for like a school thing, whatever, right? And I remember the guy telling us, oh, like I think at this point they were League One Championship.
Yeah.
It was something like that. And they're like, yeah, in 5 years' time we'll be in the Premier League. I'm meeting him for now.
Yeah, absolutely
like
the stadium was next. They had to build
yeah,
a new stadium.
We went to Brentford against Wigan.
Yeah.
And Will Grigg was starting.
Will Grigg,
This
Will
was a while
Grigg's
ago.
on fire.
Yeah, so this is a while ago, right? So when they said that, I thought I was like, nah, there's no way.
That little old Brentford.
Yeah, but now look at it, right? You can see they're like at this point they're Premier League staple, right? They're Premier League staple, and
Since they've come in, they've never gone back down.
Exactly, and now think about this, right? They have the same kind of tactic as Brighton in terms of getting players from like obscure places, selling.
We've got unreal manager.
Yeah,
Thomas
Frank, very good man. Again, he could potentially go Spurs this year, right? If they sack Ange, then again that's probably like the main candidate.
Yeah.
So again, a very good manager, and just go back on Mbeumo. Again, the thing with him, right, is that I'm convinced that if this guy had a hairline, he will not be
Jugador.
He would have left Brentford like last year.
Yeah.
If he had the hairline.
Yeah.
And he's our age.
People think he's 38, but he's actually he's our age, 24.
He's 24, 25. Like he's not that old at all.
It's crazy,
right? And again, I think now that people know his age, I think now they know how old he is. You know what? Some clubs might actually take a punt on him. Listen, I would love Man United. Him at United, I would absolutely.
And I see it. I can see him as
again. He's a very good player, and again, I'm not mad at Levy putting him there for me. I think a player like that, you had to kind of give him a shot anyway. So
no, I hear it. But next, which 2 people voted for, and those 2 people were Zubair, and also Kofi.
Okay.
And that is, and again, I hear it. Antoine Semenyo.
Yeah.
And he's also had a good season for Bournemouth. And
I think Kofi slightly biased gone in.
Yeah, gone in. Yeah, true.
Yeah. Again, he has had a good season, so I'm not going to say that. But no, Semenyo. Again, I'm not mad at him on the left because he can play both sides.
Yeah.
Again, another very good season. I think they bought him from, where is it? I think Bristol City. They bought him for like cheap, I think, as well, right? So again, another good signing from Bournemouth, actually, from Bristol City, right? So again, he came from the Championship into the Premier League, and again, a lot of people thought, I don't know, like, is he actually going to do anything? He's from the Championship, but I think now people have realised buying from the Championship is probably the best thing you can do at this point.
Yeah.
Like, listen, look at all the players that have come from the Championship in the last few years.
And they've been
Adam
cooking.
Wharton, again,
Baller.
he might go Real Madrid apparently.
Which is crazy.
Which is crazy. Last year he was at Blackburn Rovers, and he might go to Real Madrid. So again, like, I think the Championship is a great pool of talent, and Semenyo again shows it. I think his 2-footedness is probably is a big reason why he's done so well. I think he can play on the left and the right, up front, getting goals and assists from anywhere. And
to me that sounds like a Chelsea player because he was actually born in Chelsea. So if we can,
he's born in Chelsea again. Yeah, I'm not mad. I'm
not bad shout.
I'm not mad at the shout, but I think
the person that I think most people voted for.
Yeah.
Is voted by everyone. That would be myself, you, Jugador, Khalid, Faisal, Abs, Luca, and that would be the man with 15 goals and 6 assists.
Man United's new signing.
Yeah, God forbid.
It's done.
Is it deal done?
Basically done, yeah. £62.5 million, brother.
He's actually a really good player as well, and that is Matheus Cunha.
You know what? Again, he's.
And let me give you the assist because I know you want to talk about him as a future Manchester United player.
Alright, go on.
But obviously, he's been flipping unreal this season.
Great season for him.
Scored some unbelievable goals. Scored a corner against you guys, if I'm not mistaken.
He did, yeah.
He did score a corner against you guys.
Yeah.
But this guy, he can play anywhere across the front line.
Very versatile, yeah.
He can in the 10. Up front if you wanted to.
Yeah, on the left.
Yeah. And even though you can throw him anywhere.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, right, he's had a great season. I think he's quite combative.
You can see he gets the goals. He can finish.
He
little bit of an off the pitch attitude problem.
Got a couple red cards.
Yeah.
Headbutt a couple man.
Grab him and.
Yeah, he was doing that. He also told the fans that I don't care about you. Basically, he basically said that I'm following my dreams. You man can charge it.
So do you want that Manchester United?
We probably need that. We probably need something like that. So he's again him to United is basically all but done at this point. I think there was like talks from like a month ago that was gonna happen.
Yeah,
we're gonna pay his release clause and we're gonna get him. He's gonna start in the 10 roles I think under Amorim. And again, I think he works perfectly. I mean, like if you look at is it Vitor Pereira at Wolves?
Yeah.
I think he plays a basically similar style to what Amorim does, and you can see this season he's done a great job. So
I think I don't know if you can agree with me. Outside the top 6, I think he's been the most influential.
but
player.
I mean, he's probably the best player out of the top 6.
6, yeah.
Like I'm trying to think. Like, well, I mean, doesn't wait. Like, there's a couple of shots.
Yeah, a couple others, but I feel like
he's
anyone.
definitely.
And considering Wolves were fighting for relegation and then they jumped out of it.
And now they're above us. So.
Yeah, they're above. Yeah,
And they beat us as well. So
smoked you guys. Actually,
well, there you go. So again, Cunha, a gregreat shout, and I think that wraps up our team.
That wraps up the team. So just to quickly run you through the main team, the starting 11.
Go on.
In goal, Matt Sells.
Yeah.
Right back, Daniel Munoz. Centre backs, Gabriel Magalhaes and Virgil van Dijk. Left back, Milos Kerkez. CDM, or let's say the two pivots, Moises Caicedo, Ryan Gravenberch. Attacking mid, Alexis McAllister.
Yeah.
Right wing, Mohamed Salah. Left wing, Matthias Cunha. And then up front, the bagsman, Alexander Isak.
And Jody Gaffer as well.
Quick gaffer, just me and you, quick gaffer. Gaffer of the season.
Gaffer of the
top of
season.
the head. I think you have to give it to Arne Slot. I think it's
Yeah.
it's only right. First season, all I'm saying is,
First season won the league.
what phase is Arne Slot in? What phase is he in?
The first
phase?
He's in the first phase, certain manner in like the 10th phase.
10th phase, 15th, still waiting for a trophy. No, but
Nah.
second.
No,
They got
wait,
second,
No,
they got
wait,
second.
boys. They need a striker though.
yeah.
And they need a left winger.
And they need left wing. And they need another centre mid just
And
to
also-
accommodate because
And also, we mustn't forget, it's been raining.
it's been raining. It's been raining. But yeah, guys, that is our team of the season. Let me know if you guys agree with it. If you don't, leave a comment down below.
Yeah.
Subscribe to the channel. Starting off from scratch.
Yep.
We're almost to the top. Come on, let's get us to the top.
And we'll see you guys later.
Take care and peace.